Hello, everyone. I have decided to start a podcast on consciousness, uh, basically talking about the awakening of consciousness as it is and speaking collectively, um, speaking it into existence, the awakening of all the godly beings out here. uh, really want to talk to individuals about enlightenment, about their preferences, about their purpose, getting closer to their dream lives, and really like breaking through the matrix and the delusion of needing to be controlled and not having control of their reality, creating your desired reality, taking control back of this life because it's your birthright. And I'm really interested to connect with other conscious beings that are awake and realize that we decide now. This is our life, this is our dream, and we can sculpt it into whatever we want. And I am taking steps out of my comfort zone to be the walking, living, breathing example of taking steps in that direction and embodying your dream, being your dream. Because it's not enough to just fantasize about it and just want it. You have to vibrate on the frequency so the universe understands you. Um, Connecting with the universe and understanding that we are all one. We are all God dwelling beings. So I acknowledge that God is everything. It is everything, it's consciousness. And it's very important to operate at the frequency of the very thing that you want and believe that you deserve it. Um, and the way to do that is you gotta let go of all that programming. You gotta set all that fear aside, all those limiting beliefs that maybe would have kept me from coming on here, maybe would keep me in my head instead of in my heart, because there's a difference. People are starting to wake up to being connected to their hearts. They're starting to understand that we're not our brain, we're not our mind. This is a tool, this is a collective consciousness, and your energy dictates what thoughts you feed. It dictates what emotions you feed. It dictates what reactions you give, what you're putting out into the universe. Your calmness, your groundedness, and your stability within yourself and connection to your nervous system, which is just a bunch of, looks like wires, right? This connection is what's connecting you to everything. All right? And you can have everything you want. You can be everything you want, but you have to understand that you are that. You are everything. You are everything. And from growing up with all these limitations, these limiting beliefs, a lot of people are breaking through. They're breaking down the walls, the barriers. They're removing the blockages that are disconnecting them from their godly frequency. They're removing it, and this is the most incredible time to be alive. We are seeing it in real time. People just waking up, like remembering who the fuck you are. And we're all a reflection of each other. Like, you are me, I am you, and we're all just God experiencing itself. We're all godly beings, and we all have our own individual purposes. God wanted to experience itself in infinite different ways, and so we all get to have our dream. So what's your dream? What's your preference? What's your highest excitement? it's really whatever you fucking want, and that's the most beautiful thing ever. And we're living in a time where we're seeing that after all the years of oppression and disconnection, we're finally seeing these shackles be fucking released. And it's like watching a caterpillar turn into a fucking butterfly. Like, you get to see the real fucking process. You get to live it. You get to transform. You get to rise, you know? And it's so amazing to be a part of that. So I'm making this fucking podcast finally. I'm making this a reality, and I think it's so important to be that example, because that's what everyone is attempting to do. And I want to show you, like, this was such a vulnerable step for me to take, to come in front of this camera and to expose myself, my heart, to be vulnerable, to be seen as who I truly am, without letting fear stop me. It's an amazing thing to witness, but also it sparks something, and it connects us all to each other. It speaks to something so deep within everyone that we can all resonate with. We don't know how, we don't know why, but it strikes a chord in our soul, and it ignites something. And I really just want to be that for people. Like, I want to be someone who just encourages people, go after your highest excitement. Go after whatever you fucking prefer. And anything that doesn't resonate with that is not a bad thing. It's not a negative thing. I'm understanding through this journey that it's kind of like a video game, you know, like the Matrix. You know, when you're dealing with resistance, you're dealing with triggers, all these things going wrong, it's because there's a specific programming that has been given to all of us, that we're shedding. And just like an algorithm, you know, what you give energy to is going to persist over and over and over again. And so when you're attempting to recreate this program, you're redesigning, you're the creator now, you're going to experience some pushback, some resistance. Okay, it's just like being in a video game. Usually when you go after the mission in the right direction, you experience boss level, you experience hardships, and that's how you know you're going in the right direction. A lot of people will get discouraged by fear. A lot of people will get discouraged when, you know, they get in a car accident, when they lose their job, when they fail at a relationship. But something that I am really coming to realize is that we all have this coding inside of us, genetically passed down through our ancestors. And each ancestor before us went through these struggles so we could experience this level of consciousness. And it's so fucking beautiful to be alive right now. Like, how fucking incredible. All right. So what we're experiencing, that's when we're triggered, everyone is a reflection. So everything you're being triggered by, it's trying to heal you. It's not trying. It is healing you. Because if you weren't able to see what is being held inside of you, what's holding you back, if you weren't able to see it, how would you be able to process it and release it? So when we experience these hardships, you know, get curious about it. When someone triggers you, like if someone cheats on you, if someone lies to you, if you lose your job, if you don't have enough money, you got to understand, maybe there's a belief inside of you that's contradicting the very reality that you are aspiring to fucking live, right? And that's something to get curious about. And it's not associated with shame, judgment, or anything like that. It's more so about accountability and growth. Because when you take control and you understand the simple fact that if you take responsibility, it transcends, okay? Because now you have the control to change it. So you can literally do that with any scenario you could ever think of. Like, if a relationship doesn't work out, you get rejected. That's divine redirection. That was not meant for you. And that gives you a chance to really sit with yourself and show up for yourself in a way that you never could, right? beforehand. So, like, if someone says that you don't look good, or someone says this isn't working out, you're not what I want, you know, personally, I would feel this pit in my stomach. I would feel like not good enough, right? And that's something to get curious about, because why do I feel that way? Because somebody doesn't like me. Do you like everybody? Do I like everybody? No. I'm not going to be for everyone. We all have our own specific purpose and journeys. So it's very important when something externally outside of yourself triggers you, because it's a message for you. It's a message from the divine to step into your power, to get uncomfortable, and to grow even further. And that's something that I like to do. It's kind of a hobby of mine. It's very uncomfortable though, but it's important to challenge yourself. For instance, today, my friend Mark, it was the silliest conversation. He was telling me, like, oh, kids are very attracted to me, like, they magnetize towards me, and I feel like parents get threatened because how much their kids love me and how well I connect because of my high vibration. Something within me felt inferior and triggered. And a lot of times people will be like, oh, he's arrogant, he's being this, that, or the other. And it's very easy to ridicule the reflection and point the finger at someone else. But usually, and I would say almost all the time, when we're pointing the finger or blaming anyone in our lives, it's because there's something within our own hearts that we do not want to look at. And it's a lot easier to cast stones than it is to look in that reflection that shows you something within yourself you don't want to see. But that's where the fucking money is. That's where the gold is. So when my friend said this, I thought to myself, why does this bother me? Because, like, I notice when other people are getting more attention than me, or other people feel very confident in the past, it would make me feel like I wasn't good enough for some reason. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to have humility and admit these things to yourself. Like, especially like things like jealousy, things like envy, things like if you have habits of gossiping, these things that people don't like to admit because everybody wants to be enlightened, right? Everybody wants to be like, oh, I don't do those things, like I'm above everyone else. But if you can really face your shadow, this is where the real work is. Really getting true with yourself about the habits that you're harboring within yourself that are keeping you from the dream life that you want to live. So if you can get really raw and real with yourself in everyday situations, when you're experiencing things and you feel some kind of discomfort within yourself, it's very important to get in tune with your body. Your body is constantly telling you messages about your environment. It's telling you what you align with. It's telling you what you need to work on. It's telling you what you're uncomfortable with, what your boundaries are, what you're still holding on to and need to release. It's telling you when you need to relax. It's always communicating with you. Your body is your absolute best friend. Your temple is your divine connection to everything. Okay? So it's important what you feed it. It's important how you talk to it. It's important how you listen to it and you understand it. It's important to connect with your emotions. There are so many things, so much, and this is just like ancient knowledge that is embedded in every body. If you go deep enough within yourself, if you look at everybody like a reflection, you will notice that as within, so without. That no one's out to get you. That everything is working out for you if you choose for it to. And that might sound delusional, but I'm going to ask everyone to be as delusional as fucking possible, because this world isn't what you were told. This is all energy. Everybody wants to get obsessed with the physics. They want to get obsessed with the physical, material reality. But I want everybody to think back to science and what we were told this all is. This is all energy. This is all energy. We are not as solid as we think. This is a matrix, all right? A bunch of micro dots all connected, creating a fucking image. And you know, the cool thing about energy is it is power, it's malleable, and it can be anything you want. Just like water. That's why water's so powerful. It can form into anything. And I am telling you, once we understand and we break the fucking barriers of our own mind and we access all of our brain, we're going to be able to do some fucking powerful shit that it's not gonna look human, because a lot of people think that's all we are, but I don't believe that. I feel, you know, since we're younger, a lot of us were told about religion, about God, about all of these things. I think humans are an illusion. I think we're eternal energy, God source energy, and we are literally anything. We are everything. We are like demigods. We are God having a human experience. And it's so tough to, yes, we are the universe experiencing itself. Yes. You know, this, when you look around, personally, like right now when I look around, my reality doesn't much fit what I feel that I am. When I look in the mirror sometimes it's disorienting, because I'm a soul and I'm just like, what is this body? What is this house? What is this life? What is this? And it's because, you know, not long ago I woke up and I realized, like, no, like this is not what it's meant to be forever. This is a part of the process of the awakening. I personally in my heart feel, this was a part of my journey, that we chose to be unconscious so we could reawaken and slowly learn to fall in love with ourselves all over again. Because it's just all the more meaningful when you get to do it fresh, okay? And that's why a lot of us chose to rebirth. And that's why I believe in reincarnation. But in a sense, I don't at the same time, because I feel like energy is neither created nor destroyed. So I feel like we've always been here. But we go through the process of becoming unconscious just because we want to re-experience it all over again, because it's exciting. But truthfully, we're all ancient fucking energy. Like, if you did not think you were important, if any of you are feeling depressed or not highly about yourself, I want you to understand that you are ancient, eternal, fucking sacred, powerful, divine God and goddess energy. And if you didn't know it before, I'm going to confirm this for you right now. Because what the fuck is this, right? Look around you. Like, a lot of us are distracted by things. And I want you to put, and I know I'm saying this from online, but I want you to, at some point in your day, put everything down. Put all the distractions down and look the fuck around. Really fucking engage with your breath and look the fuck around. And just acknowledge how fucking crazy this is. Because where are you? Where are you? Like, we're here. And where's here? This is fucking existence. This is consciousness. Like, the fact that we overlook this and that we can't see this because we're so distracted and caught up in the game. The idea is to detach yourself from the fucking game, the matrix, the story of your life. You know, detach and look around, because you're fucking here for a reason. Like, you're so divinely fucking chosen and favored. Your character was specifically chosen to be here by the most powerful fucking source of all fucking time. You're goddamn special. Okay? We're all special. Oh man. Yeah, dude, I'm getting it. I don't even know how to do this. This is like my first time ever going live. I go on tangents all the time, and so I was just like, you know, I've got an act for mumbo jumbo and going on and on and on, saying passionate fucking words that inspire souls. So this is just probably something I should be doing, so I'm giving it the best go, you know? I hope everyone's having an amazing fucking day. And I hope everyone is taking steps every single day. Little by little, I encourage everyone, picture your dream life.
picture, and I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's, you want to be a fucking mermaid? You want to be a fucking mermaid? You be a fucking you're a mermaid, okay? And I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Fuck what reality told you. Fuck what's realistic. Fuck this. You gotta be real. No, you don't. You don't gotta be realistic. You're a motherfucking energy source. You're a bunch of micro dots full of fucking energy. Like, you can be whatever fuck you want. You're God's child. You want to be a fucking mermaid, you be a mermaid. Yeah, every single day, I would like everybody to take one step. Do one thing that your dream self would be doing. Do one thing. And then also just get very real with yourself. What habits do you have in your every single day life? And I just did this today. I wrote down a list of things that my dream self has, right? And I don't like talking about it in this context, but I'm just doing it so you guys can understand the process. I write down my dream self, what she's eating, what she's wearing, what she looks like, what she's doing, how much money she's making. She's compassionate, she's understanding, emotionally intelligent. You know, I write down all those things that she is. And then I write down the things that are blocking me from that frequency, right? The things that I can't take with me from my old timeline, right? So if you have a habit of gossiping, if you have a habit of thinking critically of yourself or others, if you have a habit of blaming external things or complaining about external things for your problems, if you have habits of drinking alcohol excessively, eating fast food, indulging in food, distracting yourself, feeling very disconnected, feeling not confident, you really have to get very raw and honest with yourself about what's creating the gap between you and the person that you dream to be, you aspire to be. What's creating that gap? And then little by little, every single day, lean into it, all right? Lean into embodying your dream. I actually heard this on a podcast. There's so many different versions of it. There's so many different coaches that are expressing and explaining manifestation. And embodiment is one of the most biggest steps, because all day long you can say, I am this, I am that, all day long you can, break your back trying to do things, but if you don't really believe it, like, it's just, you're going to be like fighting a current, right? There's going to be a lot of resistance, which there is going to be ultimately. When you're shifting timelines, you're going to face resistance, right? But it's really about looking at that resistance and looking at those triggers as like confirmation that you're in the right direction. Looking at it with curiosity instead of letting it keep you in a loop and letting it confirm your limiting beliefs, right? Like, instead of getting triggered. So the difference here is the reaction, is what I'm hearing, what I heard from this podcast I was listening to. Reaction, how you react to your triggers, is really, the growth that's going to come from it. So when you're triggered by something that makes you feel not confident, not good enough, it's very important to remember how you used to respond. If you used to shut down and you used to sulk and, like, in your head play over and over, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. Just remembering the patterns and then, creating a different algorithm, putting a new force in the energy. It's basically like commanding your energy field. It's changing the direction, right? You're shifting is what I would call it. Shifting your timeline, shifting your energy, shifting your beliefs bit by bit. And it's going to feel challenging at first, right? But it's just like anything we learn, repetition. So when you face a trigger and you start to feel not good enough, something I'm personally starting to do is I've been writing down my limiting belief, I'll say I feel like I'm not good enough. I feel like I'm not pretty enough. And then on another sheet of paper, I'll put I am good enough. And I'll put facts in my reality that confirm this. Like, I am good enough. Like, I have people that love me. My children tell me how amazing of a mother I am. I work so hard. I believe in myself. I love myself. I do all this self healing. Like, I am good enough. I am always good enough. Always. I write that down, and I write down facts to support it. Like another, and then on the other paper, I put another limiting belief. Like, my dreams are not, I feel like my dreams are not real. And then on the other sheet, I'll put my dreams are real. I am capable of all things. You know, Everybody who has ever accomplished something that seemed unrealistic, that seemed like it couldn't ever come into fruition, at one point, everybody looked at them like they were unrealistic. At some point, everybody looked at them like, you can't do that. All right? But their confirmation, it's important to challenge all of those limiting beliefs. And then after I wrote down all the limiting beliefs and then, the contrast, and I confronted them and I corrected them and I wrote facts to support them on the other paper, then I tore out the paper of limiting beliefs and I burned it and I released it. I said, I release you. You no longer have any control over me. And also, every single day, I talk to my energy field. I talk to the molecules, the skin cells in my body, and I say, if I'm starting to feel something that is undesirable, I say, I command my field to be confident. I command my field to be good enough, to walk with conviction. I command my field to know its worth. You command that shit. Commander and fucking chief, man. You're the boss. You're the fucking boss of your reality. Not of anyone else. You're the boss of your fucking reality. And once you master you, and you love you entirely, and this is a journey, it's also like, there's so many different layers to it. It's also about really loving where the fuck you're at. Loving all this work you're doing. This is exciting fucking work. And the fact that I'm at this process, this stage, right? And I'm also inspiring other people to do the same, to love themselves. I am happy I am at this exact spot, because how else would I be able to help other people? Like, every single phase is so fucking necessary. So it's about also being happy with where you're at. Every progression you make, it's enjoying the scenery, smelling the fucking flowers, But yeah, it's constantly shifting. When you see that old timeline pop up, it's a lot of shadow work, a lot of confronting your inner child. And the best ways I've found to do this is, to put yourself in live action. I love to have relationships. I love having reflections, aligned reflections. So people in my life that, they're also like-minded. My best friend, he loves eating healthy. He loves talking about the universe. He doesn't do drugs. He doesn't smoke. He goes to therapy. You can take or leave that. Some people it works for, some people it doesn't. But this person's in my circle, and he's a divine reflection of me. And I notice when you have a reflection, connections are extremely important, because there's no better way to see yourself than to have a divine reflection around you. When you're alone, it can be beneficial to be alone. It's amazing to be alone and to love yourself, but a really good way to evolve is to be surrounded by people, because you're going to be triggered and you're going to see things about yourself that you wouldn't necessarily see when you're alone. So I value friendships. I value community. And it's small for me right now, but the goal is to have a giant community. But I've noticed within my divine relationships, I'll see the mask, I'll see the ego, I'll see my inner child come out in these dynamics. And a lot of us, have relationships that are not healthy because a lot of people are unaware of these things. But I'm coming into awareness of it through practice. And love transcends, truth, authenticity transcends, to a point that is just undeniable. My relationship with my kids, I'll be interacting with them and we'll be coexisting, and their traumas will come up, right? Their projections will come up and it'll trigger me. And because I'm able to receive love now, I'm able to see it for what it is. I'm not demonizing this person. I'm not blaming them for my reaction, for my emotions. I'm looking at myself. Why does this trigger me? Why am I triggered by the whining? Why am I triggered by them not listening to me? Why am I triggered by them having an attitude with me? All these things. It's bringing up divine messages, alerts in your body. And it's all okay. It's all okay. But when we suppress them and act like they're not there, that's when shit goes south, right? So, for example, with my kids, when they don't listen to me and I have to tell them something over and over again, I notice myself getting frustrated, right? And this is where the divine relationships come into play, because it's beautiful. It is beautiful. So they trigger me from not listening to me over and over again. And this, I notice when I start to raise my voice or I get upset, it's because I'm not enforcing my boundaries. I'm not speaking my needs to them, and I'm not being direct with my communication. And this happens in so many relationships. It's crazy, right? So I've been practicing this with my 10-year-old daughters, where I'll go up to them and I'll look at them and I'll tell them, like, I've asked you this several times, and I'm starting to feel emotions move through me that feel not heard. And I really would like it if you would listen to me. I would feel very respected, and I would feel very appreciative if you would hear me and if you would clean your room. And it's crazy when I actually talk to them like this. They hear me. Their soul hears me. And it's like I also look at them and completely undivided attention. I'll look them in the eyes and I'll look at the light within them. And it's like when you're actually speaking up for yourself and you are looking at someone, the person that's triggering you especially, when you look into their soul and you speak your needs to them clearly and coherently, and you give them the opportunity to show up, you'll be fucking amazed at what happens. Because, and this doesn't work for everyone, right? Like, it has to be in alignment. I've noticed my kids and me will always be in alignment, and there ain't no way around that one, but every time I actually speak my needs, every time I validate their experience, and every time I feel invalidated, I've also learned how to validate myself. I used to seek external validation all the time, but now I'm able, like, anytime I feel like not good enough or I feel upset, I can really check in with myself and validate myself. Like, I understand why you feel that way. I don't need anyone else to tell me that. But it's very important when you're in adult relationships or even with your children to communicate very authentically, very respectfully, very openly, very vulnerably. And you'll see that the masks start to fall off. Because before in relationships, there would be a lot of manipulation, right? Because everybody was too afraid to say what they truly needed. Everybody was too afraid to say, hey, I don't like this. I actually won't stand for this. Like, if you're going to continue to do this, like, this isn't, my avenue. I can't do this. Like, this is hurting my soul. Like in relationships, when values don't align, core values, there's a lot of people, like myself included, that would not speak up for themselves, Like, they in their heart wouldn't be okay with something, but because they thought that they had to be, or else they were unlovable, they stayed in these situations. But like I'm coming to find out in this day and time, no matter how unpopular my values are, no matter how sensitive I am, when I speak up, like there's so much freedom, because it's never as scary as we think it is. I feel like a lot of our fears stem from childhood, not being able to speak up for what we want because we think it's this horrible thing that nobody's ever going to understand and that we're not worth that. But like when you really step into your worth and you realize that you're not ever going to get your needs met if you don't speak up for yourself and you don't show up as you truly are. So it's okay, whatever you want, whatever you need, speak up, because I'm telling you, you can meet it yourself. You can meet your needs yourself. And then a lot of the times there's going to be people around you that very much can meet your needs. They can. And you want to know why? It's because when love is involved, when it's real true love, people have this desire to just act selflessly. When you're really in love, when you really care about somebody, those egos drop. Those masks drop. Your selfish indulgence, it drops, because that love that you have for that person is stronger than your ego. It's stronger than your pride. And you'll know it because it's a divine timing thing. You'll know it when you're standing in front of somebody that they're on your last fucking nerves. And usually with anybody else, you would fight tooth and nail. Like, you'd want to be right. You'd want to have the last word. You'll know when you meet that person, when you see that love, because it's going to stop you in your tracks. Because nothing's going to be more important. Nothing's going to be more important than that connection to you. So you put your need to be right aside. You put your ego aside. You feel it creeping up on you, but then you see that person in front of you that you love so much, and you're just like, what the fuck is all this shit? What is this mask that I've been wearing? What is this wall that I've been trying to put in front of me? Like, I don't need it with them. I'm safe, There's definitely people out there that are going to encourage that safety. They're going to hear your heart's deepest desires, and they're going to accept you, And then there's people that aren't. But it's supposed to be that way, because like we all have our specific desires. We all have our specific missions, and like soul tribes, right? So it's like very important to speak your truth, to be yourself, because even rejection is important to experience. Like, you need to experience being rejected because you need to love yourself no matter who doesn't like you. You need to love yourself no matter who agrees with you. You need to believe in yourself no matter no matter what. So it's like rejection is practice, Heartbreak is practice. When things don't work out, when you don't get the job, when things happen, it's practice. It's really trying to see, like, do I really believe in myself? Am I really showing up for myself? And a lot of the times people aren't, A lot of the times we show up for people. We love people so much, and then we wonder, like, why doesn't anyone show up for me? It's because we're not showing up for ourselves. Why would anyone show up for us? And I know it sounds harsh, but it's like, it's a mirror. It's literally like no one is showing up for you because it's trying to literally, like, it's trying to piss you off, and it's trying to strip you down, like, basically, until you fucking see, oh, I'm not showing up for myself. It's not anyone else. It's not everybody hates me and nobody loves me. I'm not showing up for myself. So everybody needed to disperse so I could have this fucking moment to sit down with myself and show up for myself the way that I show up for everyone else. You can't do that sometimes when you're surrounded by all these distractions. So sometimes it's very important, because a lot of people, they'll do anything for someone. They'll give someone the shirt off their back, And it's just like, but when it comes to themselves, being there for themselves, they'll distract themselves as much as possible to avoid that. to avoid sitting with themselves because they dislike themselves that much, but they don't realize it. And then they get surprised when life reflects back to them a bunch of people that make them feel like they're not good enough. All it's trying to do is show you that you think you're not good enough. It's not trying to hurt you. It's not trying to be mean to you. It is seriously just the universe's love language of telling you it's showing you something. I hope people are understanding me. I'm going real fast. Oh, did you? Oh my god. I'm so happy. Oh, I love the feedback. Everybody, feel free to ask me fucking questions. Talk to me. You know, I'm sitting here talking to myself. I love myself. You know, sometimes I am very much practicing what I'm preaching. But the best thing about this point in my journey is I'm also still in the stages of not surrendering fully. I still experience so much resistance. My old timeline, my trauma sneaks up on me, and I'm still very much learning and evolving. And I think that's my calling, is to just show the vulnerability and the rawness of it. Show the fucking mistakes and the challenges that you face, and be really fucking real and open about it. Being graceful about it. Because in this healing process, it fucking hurts, man. It can be painful. And it's like, you see all these people that are like, oh, you gotta kill your old self. You gotta fucking shoot them dead. Forget that, bitch. Fuck them. Like, stop being a victim. Da-da-da-da. You know, there's all of this stuff in the spiritual community, basically, like, it sounds like perfection, you know? It sounds like there's no room for mistakes. It sounds like, oh, well, if you're not doing it, it's your own fault. Fuck you. You know, there's not a lot of integration. And so I feel like integration needs to be more focused on. And it needs to be had more. Because we need to talk about more the challenges we face, and during the integration period, the things that are going to pop up, and to really assure people that it's okay, you're still in the right place. You're still going in the right direction. Even if everything around you is crumbling, you're still exactly who the fuck you need to be right now. You're still where you need to be right now. And you're still everything that you'll ever want to be. Everything is right now. It's still okay. It's still happening right now. And you're supported, you're divinely loved, you're divinely favored. And I think it's so important to just have someone with you, like, even if it's just energetically on a screen saying, hold on, you're not alone. Even if you feel like it, you're never fucking alone. You're somebody. And I know this is hard, but it's supposed to be. Like, if it wasn't hard, like, it's like a video game. You're at boss level. You're at boss level. Embrace this shit. It's hard because your fucking calling is high. Like, you're divine as fuck. Like, it's like the contrast. It's like showing you the contrast. Like, when you can't have extreme power and gifts without seeing an extreme shadow of fucking bullshit that makes you want to rip your hair out. Like you can't have this amazing power without seeing your shadow. Like, it's gonna be there. But that's the cool thing about alchemy, you know? You can see that shadow. It's about being brave enough to look it in the face. Look your old life in the face. Look your old timelines in the face. You know, a lot of these people that we can't stand, they're really just projections of people we have been, of people we've been afraid of becoming, of people that, you know, it's just that we used to be, people that we could be, you know, it just, they're just like so many different variations of what we have the potential to be, whether that's good or bad, you know. And it's about having the bravery and the strength and the stability, the groundedness to look at all of these reflections without budging, right? Without being moved, like, without letting it fucking break you. look at it, take it all in, because it's all you. It's all just showing you that, like, you're looking at this as a reference, as a teacher. It's all a lesson. It's all a teacher. And it's all information that you can use for your growth. It doesn't have to fucking kill you. It doesn't have to tear you apart. You can let it. And it's okay if that happens. But when you get back up, I hope you understand that it doesn't have to. It is necessary for it to exist. Hi. Hi, Jason from Arizona. Yes, that's what dimensions are for. Personally, I feel like everybody is their own little fucking dimension. We're the multiverse, different versions of God. Flex my biceps? Bro, okay, I'm gonna be real with you. I got hit by a semi a year ago. So I don't really know if I have biceps. Like, yeah, no, I don't really have biceps. Maybe this arm's like bigger. The #1 gifter badge. What the fuck is that? I like it. I like it a lot. I hope everyone's having such a beautiful fucking day. Oh, another thing, people. I'm burning through a lot of shit. Practice fucking gratitude. Practice gratitude. It's an algorithm. You know, this matrix is just a divine high technology. It's advanced technology. This is artificial intelligence, damn near, you know. So everything's like an algorithm. Your life's like an algorithm. So, like, I know it's really easy to focus on the negative things because, you know, that's how evolution started. We were all focusing on surviving, all the shit, blah, 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 whatever. So, it's important to focus your energy, channel your energy on gratitude, things you're grateful for. Like, everything. I started even saying I'm grateful for my past relationship that didn't work out. I'm grateful for my mother dying. I'm grateful for getting hit by a semi. I'm grateful for being paralyzed for a month. I am grateful for everything, because it seriously gave me so much power. It gave me so much fucking power. Once I transformed all of the hardships, it actually made me stronger than the good things that fucking happened to me. So I'm fucking grateful for it. Like, come at me, dude. Like, send me all the energy. Like, good or bad, I want it all. You know, because I'm going to alchemize that shit. I'm going to rise anyways. You can't break me. Yes! Motherfucking yes! That's something that I experienced in my Bufo trip. Um, funny example, but I did Bufo toad medicine, and in this experience, in my childhood, I was molested. I was adopted. My birth mother passed away. My birth father was in prison. My adopted father was. It's a long story, right? But I did the Bufo medicine. I had no idea what I was going into. No fucking idea. I thought it was regular DMT, right? No. I took this shit, I'm like, oh fuck, what'd I just do? I just killed myself. I just fucking died, right? So, like, I, like, started, like, falling back. I was, like, moaning. I was, like, it was, like, being embraced, like, becoming one with everything. I was, like, holy shit, like, I'm everything. I'm God. I'm one with God. We're all God. What the fuck? And then I'm, like, fuck it. After that, I'm, like, get the fuck off me. Get the fuck off me. And I'm sitting there, and I'm fucking screaming. I'm crying. And the shamans are holding me down. And I'm just, like, screaming like a baby being born into the fucking world. Screaming. And I think that's why we all cry when we're born. Because we're remembering, like, why we know what's about to happen. We fucking know. We chose this, right? So I'm screaming. You can hear, like, the suffering, all the fucking pain of my ancestors echoing. And I'm just like, I just want to be good enough. I just want to be good enough. And the shaman's like, you're perfect. God made you perfect. And I was like, I've tried everything, I promise. I've done everything. I've tried everything. I just want to be fucking good enough. You're good enough. You don't have to be anything like you. It's your birthright. You're fucking good enough. And I'm like, I just want my mom. I just want my fucking mother. I didn't get enough time with her. And the shaman's like, she's here with you. She's here with you. Death isn't real. Your ancestors, everyone, it's in you. It's all around you. Everything. And then I started getting pissed. I was like, you're fucking meaning to tell me I did this to myself? I fucking chose this fucking character, Darian. I chose to get... What kind of sick fuck chooses to get molested? And it was just like... all these fucked up things that are traumatic. Our souls, like, they're like, I want to experience the highest level of intensity possible. I want boss level on crack. And I might try crack a couple times. Our souls are ancient, you know. God is unfathomable, right? It's inconceivable, right? But I can confirm that my soul fucking chose that. My soul chose that. I hold it dear to my fucking heart. I needed to go through that so I could help anyone in every walk of life. I can do that. I can be the catalyst. I can help. I can guide people in the darkest of fucking nights. The darkest of the night of the soul. I can grab your hand and I can show you there's a way. That's what that is. That's what that did for me. It's amazing. Fuck. Mic drop. That's a mic. That was a microphone. For the greater good, yeah. That sacrifice, it be hidden. I'll be the sacrificial lamb. Oh God, you know what? I'm so excited for everything. Everything. I feel it. It already exists, and I'm watching it unveil and unfold in real time, and so much fucking gratitude. Because nothing in my life made sense. And never in my fucking life would I ever have thought that I was gonna reach a conclusion or a climax like in a movie. Like, oh, heck, 1 + 1 = 2. Like, I didn't think there was gonna be a reason. I didn't think there was gonna be a solution. But like, sure as shit, there fucking is a silver lining. Like, who would have fucking thought? Your life's a movie, and you're the main character. So, what kind of movie do you want? Mine's been a mixture of horror, dark comedy, some slutty romance, some toxic abuse, some spiritual hippy dippy frolicking in the fields. I don't even know if that's a category. It's like all in one. It's a beautiful movie. I'm trying to get it to be like more of like a comedy, more of a spiritually enlightened, tear-jerking, it's happening. I'm talking about everything. Were you not listening? I'm sorry. You missed it. It was a whole... You had to have been here. Damn it. You know, I got a timer on my apps, guys. I'm going to turn it off, though, because I like talking to you guys, even though I'm just talking to myself. Am I still on? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Don't leave. I just have to... I don't even know. Okay. I'm back. I have a timer on my apps because I feel like our phones are black mirrors and they're harvesting our energy. I'm nuts, guys. I don't give a fuck either. I'm Delulu in my own Lulu land. And I'm happy here, and you can fucking join me or you can fucking leave. Love you. I love you, but fuck you, respectfully. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. I love you guys so much. Is there any fucking, like, anybody want to fucking talk with me? Like, you know, I have this theory. It's not really a theory. It's something that I'm very much terrified of. I mean, I'm not so much terrified of it anymore. But, what happened? I'm not so much terrified of it anymore. But basically, since we're all God, like God source energy, like in the Bufo experience, we were all the sun, right? We were all just one giant orb of light. And everything we see was just like a projection of a bunch of fractals of light bouncing off each other, creating images. And so none of this is actually real, or nobody's really here. Not even me. We're all just one. Like, there's no separation. So that means I'm just talking to myself. So even if you respond, it's not going to be much different than me just talking to myself now, because you're all in my head. You know, usually people would call this schizophrenia, but I don't fucking care anymore. I'm happy to be this way. I've never been happier in my life, and I've also never had as little as I do now. Like, when I got hit by a semi-truck a year ago, I lost my house, I lost my job, I lost my ability to walk and my hand grip strength. I lost so much, and I've never been happier. I've never been fucking happier. I'm so happy. I just had to lose everything to gain everything, you know what I'm saying? Do my face tattoos hurt? No. Those were like the least painful of my tattoos. It, like, on up here, for some reason, it made me want to sneeze. But the worst tattoo I probably had was on my back. I have no idea. I've never bitched out during a tattoo, but the one on my back, I bitched out. I didn't even get it finished. It was supposed to be a tribal scorpion, and it's like not even fully colored in. My throat was probably the second most painful because my artist went way too dark. So I don't know how long I've been on here for. But I think, like, I did pretty good for my first round. Don't you? Yeah, I think I'm content with it. I think I'm good with it. I hope everyone's having a fucking amazing day. Make today your favorite movie. Take strides towards your dream life. Like, literally. And then confront anything in your field that is keeping you from your dream. Literally. The only thing in your way is you. And I mean that in the most respectful, compassionate, no shame involved. This is all a human experience. This is all evolution. This is all the development of consciousness. And the answer is within you. As within, so without. The deeper you go within yourself, you are the medicine. And a lot of us are awakening just to awaken others so we can all come together and be a community and love each other again, you know? So, safe travels on your healing journey, everyone. I am going to get off of here. Shit, I don't know how to get off here.